Good morning, everybody. This is Kelly Garrett from the St. Cloud Career Force. I want to thank you and wish you all good morning. I am one of the workforce development staff here with the St. Cloud Career Force. Thank you for joining us for St. Cloud Career Week. Today's our career fair is focused on construction and trades, and so we have with us today 6 St. Cloud area employers who have multiple openings focused in career and trades. So we're going to go ahead and give you some details about how this platform works and how our career fairs work, so that if you haven't been with us before, you know how this Teams thing works, because some of you are not quite sure how that might work. On your right hand of your screen, you're going to see a Q&A box. You can definitely put any questions that you have for our Career Force staff or for the employers in that Q&A box. We will pass those questions on to the appropriate person and make sure that those questions get answered while you're online with us or afterwards. If you see a question in the Q&A box that you think, hey, yeah, I really do want to know what the answer is to that, you can see there's a thumbs up sign there. You just click that thumbs up sign and that says, hey, there are 2 people who really want to know the answer to that question. That just lets us know there's a little bit more importance on that question. And we'll make sure we pay a little bit more attention to that. To be really honest, I haven't had so many questions that we haven't been able to get to all of them in one of these events. So we'll make sure we do our best to get to everybody's questions today. What I wanted to draw everybody's attention to is that this has been the St. Cloud Area Career Week. And so we have been doing a series of events this week. We've had 6 career fairs this week, or we will be having 6 career fairs this week. I have web links for all of those. So if there was an event that you have missed and you're like, hey, I really wish I would have known about that, please send an email to me. My email address is kelly.garrets@state.mn.us. I'd be happy to send out the recorded session of that to you. They're all on YouTube now, well, except for this one, obviously, but this one will be out on YouTube as soon as we're finished with that. And I can send you the recorded version of those events, and you can definitely watch those on YouTube at our Career Force YouTube channel. And we will be recording this one, and I'll send that out to you after today's event along with the PowerPoint deck, so that you can review that. We do have one more event this afternoon. It is on business, finance, and IT. So if you're interested in that, you do need to register for that on careerforcemn.com/St. Cloud. You do need to spell Saint out, S-A-I-N-T. So please feel free to do that if that is something that is of interest to you. With that being said, our agenda for this morning is to talk and visit with these 6 employers regarding their opportunities here in the St. Cloud area. Granite Tops is with us, and we've got Lisa ready on standby to talk about her exciting opportunities in the St. Cloud area. Then we've got Stephanie, and she's got a guest with her. I don't quite remember if I got her name or not, but she's going to have some people talking with her regarding opportunities at Landwehr Construction. Mindy called me this morning to inform me that her and Nancy are not going to be joining us. Unfortunately, Nancy is out sick. However, we will go through S&B Restoration and Scotty Exteriors PowerPoint slides. And if you guys have any questions, you can definitely reach out to those 2. And they can tell you more about the exciting opportunities with their organization. Michelle is with us from Simonson's Property. And then we have Cassie with us from Wells Concrete, and Bonnie is going to be joining us along with her welding manager from Electrical Builders. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. Lisa, if you want to go ahead and unmute yourself.
Good morning, I'm Lisa from Granite Tops. We currently have installer positions available. It's a great position. You know, you get to know a trade, see a lot of different houses and buildings, commercial buildings, things like that. So it's an installer position. It starts at 5:30 in the morning, so it's a little bit early, but you know, everyone seems to be able to enjoy getting here, getting things ready and head out with your crew. Unfortunately, we don't know what the end time is just because we have a schedule for you. So if everything goes great, then you're back at between 5-6 o'clock. So We have a good group of installers right now. So if you're interested, please let me know. Our benefits are good. We have medical, dental, vision, short and long-term disability, and 401k match. So if you have any questions with that, please let me know as well. So if you're interested in anything, just let me know. We have other positions in the shop. If you have any granite experience, we'd love to hear from you. It's a different industry, and it's unique to learn about the different stones. So please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.
So Lisa, can you tell us a little bit more about what sort of skill sets that you're looking for when you hire someone?
We are looking for someone that wants to learn. We, necessarily don't need to have any experience, just because, like I said, granite's unique, so it's a lot of on-site training. We offer the training here on site. We have our lead installers are quite seasoned, so they're able to help anybody learn anything. Some of the things that you would be doing on site would be making sure that the countertops are level, so it's using different tools. If they're not fitting just right, then there's fabrication on site using saws and sanders and things like that to make sure that it fits just right for our homeowners and customers. It's a tough job. There's a lot to learn. You mix up the grout to match the stone. So that's a different type of skill that some people pick up and really enjoy doing. We do have a $500 sign-on bonus if you're here for 4 months. So that's a nice perk for everyone. I have a shop hours on there for 5 a.m. to 4 p.m. So, and those are various positions as well that we are hiring for.
So I would assume safety is a huge issue for you also.
It is, yes, because we want to make sure that everyone goes home the same way that they came to work that day. So we have annual safety meetings and continuous safety throughout the year, just to make sure that everyone does return home the same.
So with all of this stuff going on with COVID, and you're going into different places to do granite tops and things like that, what are you guys doing to keep your employees safe for pandemic reasons?
That's a great question. So every morning we have our installers taking their temperature just to make sure that they are, in a good, safe temperature. If they do have a temperature or showing any symptoms, then we send them home. We don't want to infect anybody, any of our installers or customers. We also, like if you're with a different crew for that day, then we have you driving separately. We have hand sanitizers in stations in each truck. They are all required to wear masks into each customer's homes. Our customers are screened. When we set up the schedule for the day before, our customers are screened so that if they are showing any signs or symptoms, then we reschedule their visit. And we have our preparedness plan in place that we go over before anyone starts.
That sounds really great. So, guys, this is a great opportunity to learn a new skill. Sounds like Granite Tops is willing to train you into this position, and that there's some opportunity for growth and some level of expertise that you can find with Granite Tops.
Definitely.
All right. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
Go ahead, you guys, and place your questions in that Q&A box. Again, Lisa works with Granite Tops, and you can see on the slide here that they are out in Cold Spring. So you can definitely, Lisa, actually, I'm just noticing here, how would you like them to go about applying for your positions?
I think that's on the next slide, Kelly. You can go on Indeed. We're out there, and then you can.
Oh, one more slide. Oh, there you go.
And then
there you go.
Okay, there you go.
Yep.
You can call me directly. You can you can go on our website and apply there, or you can email me at jobs@granitetops.com, or apply in person, of course. We'd love to have you.
There you guys go. You've got all that information. Indeed, stone countertop countertopoutlet.com. Give Lisa a call. Sounds like some great opportunities are available there for you. All right, we are going to move on then. Go ahead and place those Q&As, but we're going to move on to Stephanie. And Stephanie, are you ready to go?
Hi.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hello. This is Alicia. I'm here with Stephanie.
Oh, there you go, Alicia.
Sorry. So we're with Landwehr Construction. We are a St. Cloud-based highway heavy demolition, excavating, crane, pretty diverse construction company here in the area, and we work statewide. We are a fifth generation company. We're one owner. It's a father-son outfit. The Dan Landwehr has his son Nate, and he's starting to take over. So we're definitely family owned, small enough to still know everyone's name. We focus, we try, on the construction side, we try to stay primarily in Minnesota. We have a crane division that works on wind sites that travels all over the country. So there's a lot of opportunity depending on what your interests are. Right now we are specifically, if you want to go to the next slide, it lists our current availability. We're looking right now specifically for needs within our shop here in St. Cloud. We're looking for mechanics, heavy equipment, and commercial motor vehicle mechanics. And then we are also looking for like a yard and field support. This is somebody who kind of goes between the shop and all of our job sites. And basically, depending on what they need that day, we make sure we get it for them. It could be anything from doing some miscellaneous repairs to running a part out to anything, going and picking up material. We would prefer you have a CDL for this, but experience in this particular position is not required, but if you have a construction background, that's also helpful. And these are non-union positions, so they are benefits eligible. We have a really strong benefits package that covers almost all of your healthcare costs. The mechanic positions would have tool allowance, PTO. We have an HSA program and Section 125 if you're interested. We also are looking for experienced pipe layers on the union side, but those would definitely require experience. If you're interested in any of these, you can apply at our website, landwehrconstruction.com. And if you go to the careers page, all the open positions are listed there. Or you can call our office and inquire if you have any questions specific to any one of these.
So Alicia, a lot of times when people are looking at Landwehr, I know from talking with other people, a lot of times they think that these construction positions require you to be away from home for long periods of time and things like that. Is that a true conception that people have?
I mean, at times, and it depends on what field you're in. If you're a laborer or an operator, you will be on the road at times Monday through Friday. The construction side, we try to stay close enough that our crews can go home on the weekend. And that really just depends on where our jobs are. We have jobs right now, for example, we're in Wadena, we are in Litchfield, we're right here in St. Cloud on 33rd. So it really depends on what road we have to be working on at the time. But on the construction side, we try to keep a smaller radius so that crews aren't gone for weeks at a time. Not it is highly possible you'll be gone Monday through Friday. These positions we're looking for right now, like the mechanics, are not travel required from time to time, depending on if we have a breakdown. And like say we have a significant breakdown at our job site in Wadena, the mechanic may want to stay the night there to, I mean, we were talking a big repair, and sometimes they have to do that if they just want to, work late and pick it up in the morning and then head out. And that would be at their discretion. But for the mechanic and the field support, I would say you're home every night.
And so the other conception that a lot of people have is that these are seasonal jobs. You know, you work from April to October and then you're off all winter. And I know a lot of times working with some of the guys when they come in, or the construction field when they come in here, a lot of times they work a lot longer than that.
Yeah, that's true. And these specific positions we're looking for right now are year-round positions. And in fact, our shop tends to be really busy in the winter because that's when a lot of our equipment is back. And so that's when we do a lot of the fine tuning on it. So they're actually pretty busy in the winter, but that's here, you know, in-house. Now on the construction side, it depends on the workload that we have, and not every, like we can't do highways in the winter time, but we'll do them up until the weather allows us to. And some of our crews really enjoy that because they work pretty hard, you know, March through November, and they like a little bit of time off and kind of to hang at home and get some of those home projects done. Right. And then we have some crews that they want to go all the time. They don't do well sitting at home. And so, and we try to accommodate those because we can't keep everyone busy all year long. So we try to, you know, keep the guys who want to be out and doing the projects that we can work on in the winter busy, and then the ones that want a little time off to do so. So it usually balances out okay.
All right. So you guys, if you have questions for the employers, go ahead and put them in the Q&A box. Okay, so we do have a question. Actually, I think we have a comment from one of our veterans reps. Mark is on the line with us, and he says, veterans that have training from service but do not have the credentials, do you provide any help for those credentials? So if we have a veteran who comes in and maybe has the training to do some of this, has some military training for that, but maybe doesn't have necessarily the credentials to go ahead and do some of that construction work, would you help them get those credentials?
Yeah, and definitely. So that's a real benefit with being a union contractor is part of your membership in the union is you're provided the training, and and you do that through the winter during our downtime, and that's where you get those certifications. And it's really known in this industry that you can start out with it's a great career that you can make pretty good money and learn on the job, and then you get that classroom help during the winter, and you're not going to get it all in one winter. It's a gradual. We have apprenticeship programs that typically take 3 years to get through. So you learn in the field in the warm months, and then you get your classroom training in the winter. And it's not like 2 months long classroom training. They're usually like a couple days to a week at a time. And so that's how you obtain your certificates over a 3-year period. Now the mechanics are different. They are non-union, but we provide in-house training for that. And we also have a mentorship program because for example, we've hired quite a few mechanics recently who have just kind of always tinkered with things and are really good with machines. And we welcome that because they really know what they're doing, and we can help you get the certifications if it's needed. Sometimes you can talk with the hiring manager and they'll know right away if they know what they're doing or not. And yeah, we welcome that.
Awesome. All right, you guys. So if you need any questions answered, go ahead and put those in that Q&A box. Thank you, Alicia, for answering our questions, and look out for those opportunities at landwareconstruction.com. Now, I know you guys said your positions change from time to time too, so definitely want to keep those eyeballs peeled to the website here if you're interested in working for Landware, because they may have some new opportunities coming up depending on what goes on over there. So definitely want to keep an eyeball on that website, guys. So we are going to move on to the next employer, which is Scotty's Restoration, and SB Restoration and Scotty's Exterior. This is the employer that I informed you. She called this morning or emailed me this morning to inform me that she was sick, and so they are not with us today. But Scotty's Restoration Services and Exterior Services are an organization here in the St. Cloud area. They are hiring for carpentry jobs and siding installers. So if you are interested in those sorts of opportunities, the carpenters are looking for framing, finishing carpenters. They do some demolition and window and door installations. They also install some decks and some mold remediation. They are looking for people who can read a tape measure. You got to have a driver's license, got to be punctual, obviously. And then obviously they like somebody who's got a little bit of a sense of humor. And I'm sure that this job is a little stressful at times because things aren't always going to go the way you plan that. But they also want somebody who's going to take some pride in doing a good job. With the siding installers, they're looking for people with maybe some people who can do some siding installation, whether that's vinyl, steel, and I'm not sure what LP is, but I'm sure they'd be willing to tell you that. Soffit and fascia installation, gutter installation, again with the windows and doors, and then window and door wrapping. Some of the same requirements here: reading of a tape measure, valid driver's license, taking pride in your work, being punctual, and having a sense of humor. So with that being said, they do offer some great benefits: health and dental insurance, vision insurance, life insurance. They've got some flexible scheduling. They are family oriented, paid time off, employee recognition, on the job training, annual pay increase based on your performance. So you can definitely reach out to them if you are interested. You can look here and see that you can give them a call at 255-1030. That is in the 320 area code. Again, 320-255-1030. You could also email your resume to Mindy at scottysexterior.com, or you could email it to Nancy at sbrestoration.com. And apply that way. They also have websites at scottysexterior.com or sbrestoration.com, and they have an online application that way. Again, they both were sorry that they couldn't join us today, but they weren't feeling well, and so therefore we sent our condolences and said we would take care of this for them so that we could move forward with the event. So moving on, we have Michelle.
All right, good morning, everybody. I'm Michelle with Simonson Lumber, and we are lumber yards, and we also have a truss and components manufacturing plant. So within our truss plant, we build and provide roof trusses, floor trusses, and wall panels. So we've been around for since 1913, for quite a while, and you can see our mission statement there is to sell lumber, show respect for others, and embrace our customers. So we put a heavy focus on teamwork and taking care of our individuals here. Across the company, we've got an average tenure of 11 years, so we've got some really great teams out there to work with. You want to slide forward, Kelly? Primarily, we are hiring at our truss plant. We've been working on doubling our output within the truss plant, which means we're almost doubling our staff within here also. And so we're continuing to expand through the winter. We are fortunate to have year-round work. We don't do layoffs in the winter. We work primarily inside, so we're fairly well protected from the weather as well, which is nice. So we do run a first and a second shift right now. Our second shift is fairly small. It's a nice team of folks who really get along well. We run 10-hour days, and we are on mandatory overtime for Fridays right now, but we keep those to an 8-hour day, which is really nice. If you take the second shift, we do have a $2 an hour shift differential, and we're looking at starting at $16 an hour for everybody with a 90-day review and then annual performance-based reviews after that regularly. So we do look for experience in carpentry, framing, blueprint reading. If you have it, that's great, but we are definitely willing to train the right candidates. We look heavily for folks who take a lot of pride in their work, and that's really the key to things working out here at the truss plant. We currently also have a monthly incentive bonus based on board footage put out, so they enjoy that. Another benefit that we have is that we have locations throughout the state. So if you need to move somewhere, chances are good we can transfer you to an outstate location and have a place for you to fit. Besides that, we offer all the regular benefits, year-round work, opportunity to grow. We have paid time off that starts accruing on your first paycheck, 401k with the company match. We have company paid long-term disability and life insurance, amongst other great benefits that we're looking to add to our program this year. Slide forward, Kelly. So if you want to visit with us, we're doing walk-in interviews every Wednesday from 9 to 4. Otherwise, stop on out, email us, or you can go to our website listed there and apply online.
So Michelle, tell me about these walk-in interviews. How does this work?
They're pretty easy. We ask that you wear a mask. We're pretty COVID protective over here. So we have mask and sanitize, but really you can just walk in anytime from 9 to 4 at our trust plant, and we will make time to interview with you. It's probably about 15-20 minute in-person interview, walk through the shop. We do a hammer test and a measuring test, and then contact you from there.
A hammer test? Tell me what a hammer test is. That's interesting. I don't know that I've ever heard about a hammer test before.
we just have them pound in a nail to make sure a lot of times we get told they can use a hammer and sometimes not so much. So we just like to know where we're starting at from a training perspective.
That's an interesting test. I've never heard of somebody doing that before. So tell me about inside the plant. I'm assuming, so with COVID-19 and you have this trust plant, and you've got this line of people working next to each other, how are you ensuring that everybody is staying, socially distanced and staying safe from, transmitting anything that they may or may not have?
Yep, we are doing everything that we can. We do temp checks and a health questionnaire every morning when everybody comes in. We have people working in little groups, pods, so that we keep it as secluded as we can. We've looked at our workstations and we'll try to keep people distant on the tables and tried to arrange our work so that we're working away from each other instead of towards each other as much as we can. And we've been super cautious in terms of if somebody comes in and says, I've been exposed, or I think I've been exposed, or I've been around somebody who has symptoms, sending those folks home so that we don't continue to perpetuate it here until we know for sure what direction it goes.
Great. And so when somebody works for Simonson's, what sorts of training opportunities do you have available for employees if they would want to move up within the organization?
Sure. We're working on our training program, but we've got a variety of positions from positions within the yard to driver positions. We're actually putting together a CDL class with Ridgewater College right now to train our own drivers, and moving into sales support positions and or outside sales if they're interested. So there is a good career path throughout the company to look at different things. As we grow the trust plant, we're going to have a variety of positions from lead positions to office positions, transportation, dispatch within the plant here as it expands and grows as well.
Sounds like a great opportunity for people to get in maybe at a starting level and move up with the plant as it continues to grow. Simonson's Lumber's been around for a long time, everybody, and so this is an opportunity to continue to grow with the company and get some great training opportunities. If you're interested in working with Simonson's Lumber, you could walk in and have an interview every Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. They've got the address listed on the slide right now. Again, I will be sending out this PowerPoint deck and a copy of the video later today, hopefully, and you guys will be able to take a look at that and go over and see Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. Up next is Cassie with Wells Concrete. Are you ready to go, Cassie?
I am. Did I unmute myself correctly?
You did.
Okay. Hi, yes, this is Cassie with Wells Concrete. So I don't know if you are familiar with what Wells Concrete and what we do, but we design, produce, and erect precast commercial buildings. So we did like the Sartell High School, we did the New Tech High School, and a bunch more. So what we're focusing on today is hiring the production laborers. So that would be producing the precast wall panels. We start at 18 and it just kind of goes up from there based on relevant skills. It is Monday through Friday. We don't work the weekends. And we have 4, 5, 6, 7 a.m. start times. We do not have a stop time. We stagger people in because we stagger people out. So once we get to a good stopping point, then we'll say, okay, great, 4 a.m. crew, go home for the day. Right now we're working about 45 hours a week. We are adding on to the plant. So we do have multiple positions available for the production labor positions. Next slide, please. So this is just our values: superior, sincere, collaborative, reliable, proud, and innovative. So we do have a very strong team. When we have new hires, we have a trainer that stays with you for a week, so you don't have to come in knowing precast. It's just being able to use your basic tools and reading a tape measure. Next slide. And that's just exactly what we do. We design, manufacture, and build. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah, that's about it.
So Cassie, what are they exactly doing in this picture that you have on the slide?
That is where the ready mix truck comes in, pours the concrete, and now they're leveling it off. So they're just smoothing the surface.
So is that a mold that they're making of some concrete that they're going to use for
It's the
something?
form. Yep, it's the form. So we do wall panels, we do beams, columns, double T's. This is a beam, but.
And then they ship them somewhere.
Yep. So then we have a cranes that either bring them, that will put them on a trailer and either bring them to the yard, or then they bring them to the job site to get erected.
So the positions that you're hiring for are making these forms basically so that they can send them to a construction site.
Correct.
Okay. So when you're looking for people to do this kind of work, are you looking for somebody who maybe has previous experience in working in concrete? Because I would imagine leveling this stuff is maybe somewhat difficult.
I mean, it helps. I guess a lot of people, whenever they think of Wells concrete, they think of like pouring a slab, like a driveway. That helps, but that's not necessarily, it's a completely different niche that we do and skill set. Really, like I said, it's using your basic tools and being able to read a tape measure. Everything else is, like I said, we have that trainer that's with you for at least the first week. We kind of reevaluate it after the first week and see if there's additional training that's needed. But we don't expect people to come in with a precast background at all.
Okay. So tell me about your safety background, your safety requirements for working there.
Well, on day one, we have our safety training. So our safety manager comes in and explains the different hazards, because obviously it looks like a construction site, but indoors. So yes, when we're doing, like it's called stressing. So when we're pulling the cables and we're stressing, that's obviously a very dangerous part of the job. So we have strobe lights and noise and everything going on to let you know, okay, now you need to go behind, and we have an area marked off. And like I said, the safety trainer goes through all of that on day one. Watching different videos. We provide the PPE except the steel toe boots. You do have to provide your own steel toe boots. And we have safety monthly meetings, and we call toolbox talk in the morning. There's just a variety of safety, especially with the cranes and the ready mix trucks coming and going. So yes, lots of safety training for sure.
So would you say that your positions then are year round? Do they stay pretty steady as far as hours go?
Yeah, so we haven't had any layoffs. It is year round work because we do work indoors. And it's not your typical construction where the ground freezes and you're laid off for the season. It is year-round work.
So what do you think the biggest challenge is with this job?
Biggest challenges, I don't know. I mean, I think our location can sometimes be tricky because we are out in Albany. So it is about a 25-minute drive from St. Cloud. And I guess I don't know. I mean, it's not a hard job. It's just it's a manual labor position. So some people like manual labor and some people don't.
Right. Right.
So yeah, I guess I would say probably location maybe. But we do start at $18, and like I said, we go up depending on relevant skills, and that could be a construction background, it could be a different manufacturing position. You know, just kind of depends on your background and job history.
All right. So I am just looking.
So the best way to apply would be to go to our website, and that is just wellsconcrete.com to apply. Otherwise, you know, you can always call me or text me. That's probably the best way, and that's 320-428-2247. And my name is Cassie, and I'm here to answer any questions. Hope I answered the majority of them, but yeah.
So Cassie, do you want to give me your phone number one more time, and I will put that in the chat box for.
Yeah. 320.
Hang on a minute here.
Oh,
Cassie,
sorry.
Well. 320.
Yep. 428.
428.
2247.
You guys, there it is in the chat box. If you
And we are having a job fair at Shady's. That's right in Albany off of Railroad Avenue. It's right basically. I mean, if you Google map it, it's really easy, very well-known bar restaurant. So we are having that October 7th, and that's from 2 to 5. And so I will be there doing interviews.
Perfect. Information. I put that in the chat box too.
Perfect.
Alrighty. So Electrical Builders is having some technical difficulties trying to get in on the phone. So I am waiting to see if they can get called in here. I just sent them another message. So while we are waiting for them to get called in, again, I want you guys to go ahead and put those questions in the Q&A box. If you have any further questions in the Q&A box, go ahead and place them there. While we're waiting for Electrical Builders, I'm going to go through some information from Career Force. Currently, we have our doors closed to the public simply because of COVID-19, which, although that does not mean we are not here to help job seekers or employers at this time. We want to make sure that everyone is aware of the many opportunities through Career Force. And so we are still here to serve people of Minnesota. Kinsera is one of the new many initiatives that we have, and we've partnered with Kinsera to offer career-focused online learning, which is an opportunity. Kinsera offers 3,800 courses of training modules from top colleges and universities across the country, places like the University of Minnesota, University of Illinois, Harvard, Yale, and many others. If you're looking for a way to get some upgrades in your training, this might be the answer for you. You can check out the catalog by going to www.careerforcemn.com/Kinsera. This is a free initiative for you. If you go through our website, Kinsera, if you go straight to the Kinsera website, it will cost money. If you go through the careerforcemn.com, it is a free resource for you. Gives you an opportunity to take some classes for free. I know we've had staff on our department staff who have taken some computer security classes, who have taken some leadership classes. It is a great opportunity to upgrade some of your skills and abilities. So I definitely encourage people to check that out. For some of you, getting involved with one of our many programs, such as the Dislocated Worker Program or the Vocational Rehabilitation Program, might be a good option. These programs have eligibility requirements. However, for some people, having a person in your corner to kind of help you navigate a career path or helping you go through some career assessments might be a great opportunity for you. And sometimes we come to a point in our careers where we need an accommodation in order to return to work. So having that more traditional type of career counselor might be a good option for you. Or maybe you need to go back to a more formal school setting, and that might be the best option for you. So that sometimes is a better option. So looking at that might be the way to look at that. And so if those are things that you're interested in doing, these programs are set up to help you overcome those obstacles. For the veterans that we have out there, we want to thank you for your service. We do appreciate you. We have a team of staff who are specifically here to work with veterans programming and to help you get back to work. They help promote our veterans to employers and assist veterans with returning to work. If you are a veteran, please give us a call and we will connect you with that team and help you return to work. Now, with COVID, it has brought changes to our life that we never thought were going to be possible in 2020. One of those changes for Career Force has been many virtual services, things like our career fair today, our virtual workshops. All of these options can be found on careerforcemn.com, and we have a link on that website that takes you to all of our virtual services. We also have a YouTube channel that has all of our recorded events on there, so you can definitely check those all out. But with all of this being said, we're still here for one-on-ones. We want to help you get back to work. We want to see you, whether that's going to be by phone, through a virtual format such as Skype or Zoom, Teams. Some of us have the ability to do FaceTime. We want to reach you where you're most comfortable and where it's most safe. So please feel free to give us a call at 320-308-5320. Whether that's preparing for an interview, looking over your resume, talking about an obstacle that you're having, to see what we can do to help you get back to work. And as always, we are still posting all of our jobs on minnesotaworks.net. That is our labor exchange. It's where all of our job postings are, and that is where we will continue to post our jobs. Bonnie, did you finally get into the event?
I did, yes.
Yay! All right, so we just jumped over your slides, but I'll go back and back up now. So give me just 2 seconds, okay?
Okay.
So Bonnie is on with us from Electrical Builders. And your slide is up.
Okay, so we are Electrical Builders. We are located here in St. Cloud, and we primarily do electrical and welding on a larger scale on nuclear and non-nuclear power plants. And we are currently looking for a certified MIG and TIG aluminum fabrication welder. Most of the time it's going to be, you know, the typical 8 to 4:30 job here in St. Cloud, but there is occasional travel. Looking for someone who's got about 3 years experience, someone who also has machining in their background, and also one that is has welded aluminum. I know a lot of our people have welded steel, but biggest thing is aluminum welding, being able to be independent. The position does have potential for growth. So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking for. I have our info where you can apply on the slides that I provided Kelly. Yeah, that's about all I got.
So tell me a little bit about your company culture, Bonnie.
Our culture is so the people out on the field, we have about 16 core electricians and welders. So they are usually on the road 95% of the time. So currently we've got some in Georgia right now. We got some on a job in New York. This position, like I said, kind of supports them, but here in the office, getting things ready to go out on the road. Our salaried staff, we have about 20 of us here in the office. culture is very family oriented. Just, yeah.
So with this welder position that you're looking to fill, is this a new position or is this a retirement? Why is this position open?
The person that was in the position before, his dad retired and he decided to go work for his company business, his family business. So the person that will mentor this position is going to be retiring within the next couple years. And so that's why we're looking for someone to grow into that position. So we have someone here to train this person to be able to eventually fill his spot.
See, so there's some growth there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So tell me about what you guys are doing to help keep your employees safe during COVID.
So we have a COVID prep plan. We encourage all of our employees to self-monitor their own symptoms. If they have any symptoms, to not come into the office. And then we have, leniency as far as if they have to not be able to come into the office because they have symptoms, other options to be able to maybe get paid or to be able to stay home. And we have a whole system in place as far as if you have symptoms and if you can't come in, these are the proper steps you take.
Okay. So with this welding position that you have, what kind of safety protocols do you, I would assume that safety is a high demand piece of this position. What kind of measures or what kind of demands does that have on who you hire for this position?
Obviously, safety is a high priority. We provide the PPE available that the position needs, but we just expect that the person coming into this position understands that they have to, monitor what's around them. The shop, there's only about two to three people in the shop at a time, so it's not high volume as far as making sure people are going to run into you or anything like that. It's just, hiring the right person to be able to understand that safety is a priority and come into the position already having that kind of knowledge.
Okay. So you mentioned that you're looking for somebody with 2 to 3 years worth of experience. Does that mean that they also need to have schooling to back up that experience, or would you just take the experience?
We do prefer that they have the certification in the MIG and TIG welding. But during the interview process, we do have them out into the shop and do a quick weld test to make sure that they're proficient in it. They do have to have a high school diploma, but they don't have to have any formal college training.
Okay. So with this position, is there room for advancement within your organization?
There is, like I said, the gentleman that's going to be mentoring the position will be eventually retiring. So they'll start off kind of learning the role, and then eventually to be able to learn more, to have the responsibility. We have a big mobile welding unit, we call it the R3, that we can take out on the road. So currently it's at a job site in New York. To be able to be in that role, to be able to be mobile as well as in the shop.
And as soon as I said it, I'm like, of course there is.
Yep.
Having a little bit of a moment there. Sorry about that, Bonnie.
No, you're fine.
Alrighty, you guys. If you are a welder and you are interested in this position, you can definitely go out to the website, www.electricalbuilders.com/about/careers/ or you could send your resume to careers@electricalbuilders.com and send it to Bonnie's attention, and she will take a look at your resume and get a hold of you if she is interested in your skills and abilities. Thank you, Bonnie, for staying with us. As I was saying, you guys, if you have any last minute questions, please put them in the Q&A box. We're getting close to wrapping up here. I am going to give our employers one last opportunity to pass along any information that we have, that they have for you. So we're going to start at the top of the list with Lisa. Lisa, do you have anything that you'd like to share with our job seekers one last time before we sign off?
Just that we're excited for people to come in and apply. So we can get you started. There's a lot of unique things to learn. There's opportunity for advancement. So we'd love to have you come on aboard.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
Alicia and Stephanie, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Hey, I think we covered everything, but I am definitely, and Alicia are available for any questions, comments, concerns that any job seekers may have.
All right, thank you guys. Nancy and Mindy were not here, but again, if you are interested in working for SB Restoration or Scotty's Exterior, please send them an email or give them a call for their positions with the carpentry or the installation. Michelle with Simonson's Property, would you have any last minute words?
Yeah, I echo the other two ladies and our excitement to continue to grow and bring new employees into our team and continue to expand our offerings here. We look forward to meeting you soon.
All right, you guys, and don't forget you can do walk-in interviews with Michelle on Wednesdays. All right, Cassie.
Yes, one thing I forgot to mention is that we do have on-site interpreters for Spanish speaking individuals. So we are opening it up where you don't have to speak English, but we do have Spanish interpreters on site. So wanting to get the word out about that. And the job fair, of course, October 7th from 2 to 5 at Shady's, and looking forward to seeing people there.
All right, thank you, Cassie.
Thank you.
And with Bonnie, any last words?
No, I think I covered it, but like the other lady said, just excited to have new individuals apply and have them be welcome to our team.
All righty. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Again, if you have any questions regarding any of our virtual events during St. Cloud Area Career Week, please feel free to reach out to us. Our phone number is area code 320-308-5320. You can also email us at careerforce.stcloud@state.mn.us. We are here Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30, and we are willing and able and ready to assist you with all of your job search needs. We want to thank you for joining us today. Don't forget, we do have one more career fair this afternoon for business, finance, and IT. If you're interested in those occupations, please feel free to sign up at careerforcemn.com/St. Cloud. Thanks a lot, you guys. Have a great day. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.